Namaste, friends. I'm Louise. Thank you for joining me today. My plan is to go through 3 little mini practices that could be done in theory at any point during your day, but possibly lined up as morning, afternoon, and evening. So, welcome. Let's start in a comfortable seat. Feel free to sit up on something if you have something handy, and if you guys have some blocks, may feel good to have them at the top of your mat. And with an inhale, reaching up with the arms, gazing up towards the hands, and with your exhale, drawing the hands together at the heart. And we'll take one more in that same way. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, drawing everything to center, hands coming to heart. And from this place, just taking a moment to just check in, noticing how your body's feeling, possibly this morning. Closing your eyes if that feels comfortable. And just taking a moment to really feel into this present moment. Becoming aware of the flow of your breath. Noticing the breath there in the inside of your nose. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest with the breath. And just observing the breath moving gently in the belly. Feeling grounded and connected to the earth. And from this place, just setting your intention for your day, whatever that may look like for you. And just holding that intention with you for the rest of this practice, for the rest of your day. Taking one more round of breath there. And you can blink the eyes open one more time. Release the hands beside you. Inhale, reaching up, and exhale, drawing hands to the heart. Right hand can come behind you, left hand to that right knee. Little twist, gazing over the right shoulder. And if this is first thing in the morning for you, you may not want to move too deeply here. Keep the spine long, soften the shoulders from the ears. We'll take one more round of breath. And then slowly unwind, returning to center. Sliding that left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee. Sit up tall as you inhale and exhale, gazing over that left shoulder. Couple of nice breaths there. End of your exhale, take your time unwinding and returning to your center. One last time, inhale, arms reach up overhead, gazing up. And exhale, drawing everything back to center, to your heart. Left side, right side, coming together, hands at the heart. Gratitude for this morning that we can be practicing yoga together. So from here, find your way forward into a child's pose. Feel free to use any props if you have them handy. Take the knees as wide apart as works for you. And then release the upper body forwards to the floor. Maybe support your head with your hands or with a block. And it may feel good to gently rock the hips side to side. Maybe gently rock your head side to side. Find a child's pose that really serves you this morning. You can extend the arms along the mat, or it may feel nice to get a little tricep stretch here, bending the elbows and bringing the hands behind the head. Your choice. Tuning into the breath here. Feeling the expansion of the breath there through the lower back, the mid back, the upper back. And with each exhale, softening. Enjoying a few more rounds of nice full deep breaths here. Pause to visualize your perfect day. How does that feel for you? Find a last round of breath there. And on an inhale, looking up, and with your exhale, take your time coming to all fours. We're going to tuck those toes under and move straight into downward facing dog. So when you're ready on an exhale, lifting the hips up, knees can stay soft perhaps for this first down dog of the day. You may wish to pedal the feet up and down. You may want to play with just rocking the weight forwards, backwards, side to side, just playing with where your center lies here in the pose of downward facing dog. You can allow the head to just hang between the arms. May feel good to just gently nod the head a couple of times, releasing any tension there through the back of the head, softening through the face, the lower jaw. Take a last round of breath. End of your exhale, bring the knees back down to the earth. Moving straight into cat-cow here with your inhale, lift the crown of the head, allow the heart to lift, tailbone lifts, and as you exhale, rounding, drawing the belly button in and up, arching through the back. Moving with the flow of your breath. Grounding through the palms, strong arms, supportive lower legs. Take a few more rounds of cat-cow here. So end of this next exhale, we're going to add in downward facing dog once again. So tucking the toes, lift the knees off the mat, lift the hips, and find your down dog. And perhaps this morning you would prefer to come straight back to child's pose. And of course, know that that option is always there for you. Everything is just an invitation. So honor where your body is this morning. Honor how your energy is feeling. We'll take a last round of breath. If you're in child's pose, coming back to all fours, from down dog with an inhale, lift the right leg, doesn't have to be high, and then step forward with that right foot. And exhale, lower the left knee to the floor. Blocks might come in handy here. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, circling the arms overhead, and with your exhale, release the hands back to the floor to your blocks. And then from here, take a breath, inhale and exhale, dropping the hips back, straightening this right leg as much or as little as works for you this morning. You can bow the head. Two more full deep breaths. Moving with your next inhale, bending that right knee once again. Left hand can stay on the block or on the floor, and with an inhale, open this right arm up towards the ceiling. Feel that nice opening through the chest. Extending up through that right hand as much as grounding down through the left. Taking a last round of breath there. End of your exhale, right hand can come to the floor. Find your way back to either child's pose or downward facing dog. Again, your choice. If you're in your down dog, set the gaze on a single point of focus between the toes or between your knees. Feel as though you're really pushing the floor away from you through the hands, through the balls of the feet. Feel into that gentle connection through the core. We'll enjoy one more breath here. Again, if you're in child's pose, come up to all fours. From down dog, inhale, left leg lifts, and exhale, stepping forward. And this time, right knee comes to the floor. Inhale, circle the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands coming back to the floor, to your blocks. Taking a breath here, inhale, exhale, dropping the hips back. Left leg lengthens, maybe flex your foot. Bowing the head. Soften the upper back, soften through the back of the neck. Last round of breath. Inhale, that left knee bends. Right hand stays on the floor of the block, and with your inhale, left arm extends up. Gazing towards those left fingertips. Enjoy one more full deep breath. End of your exhale, bring that left hand back to the floor, and once again we'll find downward facing dog, or perhaps return to child's pose. Each time you come back to down dog, just finding just a new appreciation for the body starting to wake up, open up. Option to stay here. Option, if you wish, on an inhale to rock forward and find your plank pose. Those knees can come straight to the floor if you need them to. We'll just hold for one more breath. And then slowly lower down onto the belly. And we'll take the hands and make a little pillow for the forehead. And just rest the forehead down and allow yourself just to let go here. Soften the shoulders. Breathe, feeling the belly and the chest moving against the earth. Soften the lower back. Again, checking in, noticing how your body's feeling in this moment. Observing the flow of your breath. And if the mind has wandered to what else awaits you in your day, just kindly and gently come back to the movements of breath in the body. Honoring yourself for making time in your day for your practice. We'll take a last round of breath there. Slide the hands under the shoulders, tops of the feet on the floor, and with your inhale, lift the heart. Looking up, little cobra. And with your exhale, you can bring the head back down to the floor. Inhale, push down into the hands and come all the way up to find your down dog on your exhale, gazing back towards the feet. And maybe down dog isn't where you wish to be this morning, knowing that child's pose is great too. 2 more breaths. So this time, inhale, right leg lifts, and exhale, step forward. Blocks can feel good here. That left knee is going to stay lifted this time. You can start to straighten this right leg, and you may want to hop your back foot in just a wee bit. We'll just scissor the legs forwards and backwards a couple of times. Grounding down through that right foot. And eventually straightening that right leg as much as works for you this morning. And bowing the head once again over that right leg. So right knee, right toes in the same direction. Feel as though you're drawing that left hip forwards. Enjoying one more full deep breath there. So from here, we're going to turn this back foot so that back foot is parallel to the short edge of the yoga mat. Right hand either on the floor or staying on your block, and with an inhale, open up with that left arm to find your triangle pose this morning, turning the gaze towards that left hand. Let's take one more round of breath there. If you need to keep a little bend in that right knee, please do so. We're going to push down into the feet, and on your inhale, take your time coming all the way up to standing, and exhale, bending that right knee to find warrior two. Tuck that right hip under, right knee, right toes facing forwards and gazing towards those right fingertips. Enjoy one more full deep breath. And then release the arms, release that right leg, and turn to face the long left edge of your yoga mat. And you're going to turn your toes in just a little deeper than the heels. Hands can rest at the hips. And just take a breath here. And then with an inhale, lift the heart, look up, and with your exhale, hinge forward. Coming forwards here, hands may come to the floor. You may, if you have a block handy, want to rest the block under the head. Maybe your head comes all the way to the floor. Another nice variation can be to bring your hands just to the outsides of the shins and just gently pull yourself forward wherever you are. Staying connected to the flow of the breath. Taking a last round of breath. Inhale, looking up halfway. Exhale, draw the hands to the hips. Strong legs. Inhale, coming all the way back up to standing. We're going to turn back to warrior two. So right foot faces the front of your mat. Bend that right knee, and when you're ready, arms go long. One more breath. Inhale, find your reverse warrior. Lifting up and out of that right hip, and with your exhale, coming into your version of side angle pose this morning. That left hand can either extend straight up or come overhead. You may wish to bring your right hand down to the floor or to your block, or you can rest it on the thigh as I'm doing. Lengthening through the left side of the body. We'll find one more breath. And then spinning the hands either side of that front foot, lifting your back heel. We're back to our runner's lunge. The left hand is going to stay down on the floor. And with an inhale, reach that right arm once again back up towards the ceiling. One more breath. End of your exhale, right hand comes back to the floor. Down dog, child's pose, your choice. Option in your down dog. If you wish to pull a little vinyasa into your practice as well, feel free to do so. Inhale, find your plank. Exhale, lower to the belly or take chaturanga. Inhale, little cobra or up dog. And with your exhale, finding your way all the way back to downward facing dog. Enjoying one more breath. If you're in child's pose, again looking up, returning to all fours. Left leg lifts on an inhale, and with your exhale, stepping forward. Again, those blocks might feel good. Just to give a little lift under the hands, scissoring the legs a couple of times, forwards, backwards. And when you're ready, settling back there, left leg straightening, finding your pyramid pose. Find a last round of breath. Turn your back foot so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Ground the left palm, and with an inhale, right arm reaches up to find your triangle pose on this left side. Taking one more breath. Rooting through the feet, and with your inhale, coming up to standing, and with your exhale, bending that left knee to find your warrior two on this left side. Checking that that right knee is in line roughly with your second or third toe. Shoulders soft. Last round of breath there. Releasing the arms, releasing the legs. So now we're facing the long right edge of the yoga mat. I'm going to switch sides. I have my back to you. Variation on this side might feel good to interlace the hands now behind the back. And again, open through the chest as you inhale. And as you exhale, folding forwards. Maybe taking that block again under the head. Just letting the head hang. And if this feels too deep through the shoulders for any reason, know that you can return to hands on the floor. Or you may wish to bring the hands to the legs and just gently draw yourself closer to your legs. Enjoying a last round of breath there. Pushing into the feet, and with your inhale, coming all the way back up to standing. We're going to turn that left foot out to once again find warrior two. Exhale, sink into the hips, root down through the feet. On your inhale, reverse warrior. And with your exhale, side angle pose. Left arm either up or overhead. Find a final round of breath there. And releasing out of this in the same way, spinning the hands either side of that front foot, runner's lunge. Right hand on the block or the floor, and with an inhale, left arm now extends up. Last round of breath. Releasing that left hand back to the floor. Your choice, down dog or child's pose. Your choice, if you wish, to add your vinyasa in there. Please feel free to do so. Take 3 more breaths wherever you are. From child's pose, on an inhale, look up, and exhale, come to all fours. Tuck those toes and join us in down dog. And then we're going to tiptoe the feet towards the hands. Coming to a forward fold near the top of the mat. And you can just hold on to your elbows and just allow the body to hang here. The knees can be soft. Any version of forward fold that works for you this morning. Taking just a couple more breaths here. So pushing down into the feet. Take your time, rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Coming all the way up to standing. Inhale, sweep arms overhead, and exhale. Join the hands back together at the heart. And take a moment here just to find your Tadasana this morning. Root into the feet. Feel that lift through the kneecaps, that lift through the core, heart open and lifted, spine long, shoulders soft, rolling down the back, tailbone drawing down towards your heels. Feel rooted and grounded, supported. Take one more breath. And then from here, with your inhale, arms reach overhead. And with your exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up halfway, heart lifts. And with your exhale, coming back down to your plank pose, finding your vinyasa this morning. Inhale, up dog or little cobra. And with your exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath there. And with an inhale, right leg lifts. And with your exhale, bring that right knee towards your right palm. We're going to find pigeon pose here. Take a moment just to level out through the hips. Hips balanced. Left leg extending behind you. And from here, when you feel ready, lower the upper body down, and you can stack the fists and rest the head on the hands, or if you have a block handy, use your block. And of course, if this pose is not comfortable for you for whatever reason, know that you can take this same pose but laying down on your back with that right ankle on top of the left knee, figure four. Enjoying a final round of breath there. Inhale, hands come back under the shoulders, and take your time coming back to either down dog or child's pose. And of course, option to vinyasa if you wish, option to stay where you are. We're going to meet back in either child's pose or down dog. Staying with the breath. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, coming forwards, pigeon on the other side. Take your time, balancing the hips out. Again, lowering when you feel ready, supporting the head, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Following the thread of your breath. Enjoying last round of breath there. With your inhale, bringing the hands back under the shoulders. Again, your choice, down dog or child's pose. Option for a last vinyasa too, if you wish. And meeting back, down dog or child's pose. If you choose your downward facing dog, just enjoy a couple of last breaths there. And we'll all meet back in child's pose. Back to where we started our practice. Connecting again to how your body's feeling in this moment. Reconnecting to your intention for your day ahead. Taking a last round of breath there. Inhale, looking up. We're going to come down to laying on our backs. Joining the soles of the feet together, we're going to come down onto our backs. Feel free to place some pillows or blocks underneath the knees, and laying down on your back, roll the shoulders down the back. Just finishing with a few cleansing breaths here, breathing in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Releasing the weight of your body down into the earth. Softening, letting go with each exhale. So I invite you, if you have time this morning, to stay here for as long as you need to. I also invite you, if you have time, to come into Shavasana with the legs extended along the mat. To take a few moments to do so. And namaste, friends.